Iba ka na naman pag-uwi. Autumn na talaga yung Hmm. Hmm.
Ano?
Kita pa ko naman. Tapos ano ba talaga gagawin ko? Bebe. Buksan ko muna nga Rod.
Tara na.
Konting hangin. Ano ba talaga?
Hindi, ikot-ikot lang.
Ano nga Rod?
Just rounding.
Ang gulo mo eh. Aray, Diyos ko. May isang gamamampay lang. Basta mo. Bakit tumigidala?
Dalan.
Ang tatay lang na.
Ano gusto?
Ano yun? Sige ka kayo eh. Hindi ka sa pag-isubang.
Doon, sa malapit.
Ito lang ito eh.
Relax ko ba?
Nagpangsa mag-isigarilyo ka. Natamabasi ka naman ah.
Ito, dito sana ako
Pakita mo yun.
dito sana ako magpa-park kanina. Oh. O kasi ano ko pa niya. Ayun.
Ito na yung
Dasa mga root.
Tumawid pa kailangan. May
Pilipino yun,
kamapang
ah.
nakatulak. Hapin. Wala yun ah.
Look at the back here. Ayun.
Galis. Galis.
Mahangin ngayon.
Ano?
Maganda kahapon.
Super ah.
Stop. Ano mga event.
Mas buta pa yung bait.
Oo, mag-Facebook ka ba ka?
Pero hindi pa paglaan dito.
Art show.
Kasi hindi ka nakapost ko dahil ko.
Ah, ganda oh.
Lasang flower na rin.
Sunflower. Ano talaga? Tingnan niya niya. Niya.
Okay?
Posting ako. Oh.
Ganda ng mga sunflower. Dati ang ano nila dyan, tulip. Ano ko ba yung mga nilagay dati?
Tamas pa rin sila. Ano mga sore hit. Ang ganda pala ngayon kaysa kahapon. Nagmatatanda, ganyan na lang talagang hobby nila, no? Mamasya-masya.
Grabe ka naman sa akin.
Soon, you will get old. 10 years from now, you'll be
6 lang. 5, 6. Okay, 20.
painting. Begonia Festival.
Hindi ganda o. Ang painting nila. Daan tayo nga naman.
Maraming dumaan yung Pilipino. Ang ganda niya. Ang ganda makita ang harap-ro pati sa baling ako.
Ito mo kinakaya niya. Makakuha mo. Di kanya mo na kaya.
Patay mo internet mo.
Madi awan. Internet
Ako,
mo.
huwak mo. Hold it.
Padaan mo may dadaan.
Ay, kagabi pa to. Ganito pala. Hindi
Bakit?
ako makakonect sa internet.
Why?
Kasi puno na.
Oo. Kapang dadamdaman dyan. Si Kapi lang ako mismo ah. Makapare-relax ba
Humihin
siya?
ako kanina.
So nga gig gamam dati ko na. Darling. Di mo nga
Sabi mo, ikaw, sa kapila mismo, sabi mo.
Maday.
Ayun na ako.
Eh, dito dyan iwat ni isip ko. Es Kapi lagad ko. Kunak. Tama ka isa sa buhon ako.
Unfair.
Gusto niya. Tama ka isa sa buhon ako. Aray ko dito. Sakit nga. Gusto ka naman kami.
Mahawak mo na. Ikaw maghawak para makan mo yung
Facebookan?
gusto mo. Okay na
Hindi
ako.
ko tumisbo. Hindi gagagam talaga to tao. Adi t-shirt eh. Kwak.
Dito tayo.
Pag ganun dapat, ay,
Kasi ka dito.
kahit masama ba to may
Yes.
video nta ti pakita ta ka hindi ko kanyada. Dahan-dahan lang pan nagnaa. Diyan na pa nang tayo, di nagpasugod red ka, dapat bayad. Ano? Kasta-kasta lang mo, dapat bayad. Tara, sana?
Saan?
Diyan, di nga na pa nang tayo, wooden.
Wooden heart.
Eh,
Can't you see? Kalamansi.
dagsisigrid.
Saan?
Nasa makakita, ti usa kong kaya talaga nga.
Ito nag-government ko ano siya.
Nakabog.
Ano ba yung government?
Ang nyangay ko ma. Aksublihan ang mumoy. Naglaing dani.
Sandaan lang.
Mga din pala. Ito ang ganda. Kakato. Wow, ang ganda. Kakato.
Yung painting nila yan o pinicturan lang?
Not sure. Ang galing na.
Painting yan.
Ang ganda.
Ito
Na,
gusto ko.
ang ganda nga ano. Ang ganda. Grabe.
No, para may idea ka. Ganun lang ako. Painting na yan, mas mga ganyan. 30 lang. Yung mga painting lang ganyan. Doon ang mga kabakabayan maganda.
Hindi, wag. Ito maganda. Bulaklak yan maganda. Ito yan, yung J-Clark na yan. Hindi ka paano. Ang ganda nung kakato na yun. Unframed paintings daw. Mga birds sa kanya. Mga ano, yun ang gaganda na. Nice. Kung mas mura lang, mga 50 lang. Ang ganda kasi. Saan? Meron ka ng sariling ganyan. Ano ka pa? Ay, hindi. Kaya ko yan, You know, yung pangatlo, kaya ko yan. Kaya ko yan. Tsaka yung mga yun.
Ito, yung mga yan. Yung mga aso. Sa mga
4-4 lang.
80 pa, tiger. Okay, sila. Kaya mo naman ito. Crayola lang. Mga aso naman dito.
Meron din dito ang koala. Mas malaki ang ano nila, may konpa, may Balaran Society of Artists.
Iba ng ibon, no? Mga flowers din, no?
Dito sa kabilang side. Ako taman tingin sabihin.
Yung
Paano dalang tayo mga kuha? Nagpintas
hindi
na
malulubat na to.
Aji ba isa?
Ayaw nga, kasi puno na to. Kailangan
Dagadapak. Madilita. Giyag ka sa walang garot ko, nagkaapay lang. Nasya ko, kayak mo.
Hindi mo alam to, may technique to.
Obstacle. Right? That was a rough, bumpy ride.
Yung mga begonia ko sa bahay, Kita lang yun dyan.
Ayaw niya talaga.
Nasyak nga rod kami, nagkulit ka mo kami, nagsiyak, dilit ko na nga rod. gaganda oh. Nagpita sa jibado da niya. Aja duwa ako ah. Ang baju costume dia.
Ano tayo sa
Agore ka. Makaure mo na. Sa Begonia yun, sa loob. Siya yun. Siya yun.
pagkain niya ka doon?
Wala. Busit ka mukha.
Hawak nga si ate.
Mukha kang ewan. Maglakad ka doon, dumiretso ka kaya ano. Busog ka dyan. Be, picturean mo muna ako. Picturean mo. Diyan o, diyan o, yan o. Dito ka o, kunin mo yan o. Awa. Magka-selfie mo lahat lang. Hindi ako naka-left tech pala. I know.
Pero parehas ganito ka doon tayo. Sa may pila.
Nakakasteer ka, tangiwa.
Eh, doon tayo.
Ay, pataanin mo.
Kaya ko dyan, maraming tayo dyan. Sakto. Marami yung mga sinaw ng panahon ah.
Sinauna. Sakit na agad ng ganito. Ano ka man? Lay mga yun, oh. Yun na yung gusto ko yung gumagalaw-galaw.
Mga bato-bato.
Doon ka, ah.
May mga parang bukid na doon.
Nandito sana si Mami. Karaming tao.
Saka ba naman ang pila na yan? Pila ng alin yan? ATM?
Sa loob nga ng Begonia yan, be. Kulit mo, ah.
Wala naman kanya.
Dito ka para makuha. Pero makuha dito. Habang nandiyan. Madali na. Ang tawag niya. Madali mo. Malis na. Ang hirap siguro na mag-balance ng ganyan, no? Ang galing nila mag-balance. Sakit na agad ng balakang ko.
Ganun lang.
Hindi na talaga ako pang matagala.
Ni si Kanta. Ay, sa bahay.
Signan mo nga yun, picture ko. Lumapit ako. Hindi sila nakaharap naman. Ay, quick.
Pwede naman palinawin.
Hindi naman sila nakaharap. Sala ka naman. Hindi ka minilisan ko ba?
Kabilis ka na.
Suwari tae nga. Dadaan sa likod mo. Sa likod mo. Ikaw, sulat ka.
I could do better.
Sasa ko.
Oh, no.
They're enjoying it. They're enjoying
I
it.
don't think they anticipate or understand what's going to be going through it eventually.
Exactly. They don't wish to.
We won't tell them. Although I am going to give them a poo token in a minute, so that hopefully that kind of penny drops.
Maybe they will.
The outside is likely to stay, the inside
Yeah.
probably won't.
I wrote my username. What did I write? You know what someone has written over here? Wow, I'm in a fight.
Ano yan kaya?
Can you show
Ano yung hawak na lang sticker na yan? Para saan? May nahulog-hulog sila eh.
I'm trapped. Oh.
Yes, if
Saan?
you're done, I'll get you to come out and I'll give you a poo token. I've got wee on there. I've got wee and poo and toilet paper. Oh my god. You're in a sewer pipe, that's what happens. There you go. That's a good one. I'll grab your pen, and if you go and put that token down the end there, there's your sticker.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can have a wee one.
I got it.
Who's waiting? You done yours? Sorry? Yours run out? Oh, sorry, my something.
Hello.
Hi.
Do we have a texter?
Sure.
Right, thank you.
Go. Yeah, thank you.
Hindi battle yata doon. Hindi kaya nang gano'n din. Sa kanya dati yan, nasa school lang eh.
Pumuntak pa na. Be, sakit na agad. Be, tugaw tabit. Sakit kasi.
Sampo.
Sige ka dyan. Diyan ka naman. Mas kulit mo ah. Ito kaya ni Princess to, be.
Yan.
Ito kaya ni Princess yung
mga
mga
bata yun.
kaya nga. Ito si Gigi, kay Jin, kay Don.
Ayun na.
Dahil
Ayun yung...
sa inyo sa atin,
Ayun,
sa toilet.
rainwater yan. Tapos pumunta sa water tank. Toilet. Ang galing ano?
Saglit lang, Ben.
Oh yeah.
Ayun yung mga
Water treatment. Filtration.
tinitreat yung tubig. Filtration, water board.
Nagkukulit dam. Pati tubo pinapakialam mo. Kaya mahirap lang uminom. Mahirap din uminom.
Mix yan. May tubig din ng kon sa ilalim. Eh, no? Filtration pupunta.
Kaya nga, alam ko kahit na,
Pag na-filter
syempre.
na, doon ka na doon.
Lalo pagka luma na yung bahay. Huwag kang masyado, ah,
Ay, ano doon, no? May orientation dyan, no? May training dyan. No?
hindi ko alam. Hindi, saglit lang, sakit na ng balakang ko. Hindi nga tayo doon sa ibuot bag.
The week ago planted here, like the boy.
Ito kasi mga to ng ano, nakadikit-dik. Ipapakita ko sana eh.
Mga palit yung mga bata na yun.
Kulit. Kulit naman ng mga to. Nagkana, ito tayo. Yan na may. Ang dami na. Ngayon pa lang, kita mo pa lang sa mata eh. Oh. Kita mo na sa mata na may
Ano yun?
gumagalaw eh. Huwag mo nang ano. Isda.
Mga parasite.
Ang dami na. Pagpunta mo sa ilog, what? Maligo ka ng ganyan. Ang daming
Tapos
ganyan.
may inom mo pa yan, no?
Mag-digest mo. Maliit na isda. Oh. At least ano sila, parang
Mga kiti-kiti.
ano mga larvae oh.
Mga kiti-kiti yan.
You know, muscles and clumps. Ayan oh, nakakatakot. Ayun. Leech. Ito, delikado rin. Mga yan, ano, mga worms, nakakatakot. Diyan, nagkuha niya mga yan eh. Ito mga worms sa tao, nakakatakot to. Kaya,
Microscopic sila.
at least yung iba aware sila, ano, magiging aware na sila. One. Pasyotas. Yung iba nagtatago sila dyan ng bahay nila sa mga snails eh, seashells.
Gusto mo microscope? Ayun, no?
Ayoko maduming kamay niyan.
Oo, madami pala na. Kasi sino mga
Huwag ko nga hinawakan. Magtaas nagkawak ka sa kamay mo.
doon na tayo sa foods naman, foods. Ay, napakarami pa.
Unti na yan. Unti na isang ikot pa. Birdie. Ito oh, doon oh, princess oh. Kayang-kaya nyo yan oh.
Pendori Primary School, ay nag-drawing, eh.
Ito oh, kayang-kaya nila yan. Sa kabilang side tayo, bebe.
Bot mo na. Saan yung gusto mo dyan? Pili ka. Kung ikaw ang pipili ka ng gusto mo.
Gusto ko to. Yung bird gusto ko.
So, parang yung kanina.
No, kanya yung ginagawa nila sa kanina oh. Mas magaling sa kabila.
Mas maganda doon. Meron pa sa kabila. Ito, alam ka naman ano. Ito.
Oh, ang ganda. Type ko.
Yan ang gusto ko.
Ganda siya.
Kayo sa tatlo. Laka ng mata eh.
Ganda siya.
Galing yan.
May future itong gumawa
Oo.
dito. Kahit ito medyo ito mga ito yung ibon doon may potential din.
Pwede mag-ina
Na?
may costume. Kita mo?
Saan?
Yan o. Parang mayan.
Ah,
Yung mga yun na ganyan ano.
not sure.
Laos.
Ganda oh. Tayo, makakapunta tayo dyan.
Ito yung mga
Huwag na tayong doon na
Hindi
lang tayo
tayo.
maki-issues sa mga
Pagkain
pagkapagkain.
naman tayo, namoy ka, may tinapa eh.
Hindi naman tayo bumalik dito. Sila na muna.
Give chance to others.
Yes.
Yung survey.
Ah.
Ano po ang masasabi niyo dito sa bahay ngayon?
Naglakad na siya, nasira na, tigas ang ulo itong mga nilang maglakad. Yung tabi, di ba may baha, tapos nabili-boss lang yung isa. Tapos mo ng bus stop, school. Tapos sa may fruit shop, sa hawit, tapos sa may fruit shop, sa hawit,
Baka kayo yun.
hindi, yung pumalit kay Kuya Amado, yun, si Glenn. Tapos kami, Catherine.
Kami po ng si Catherine.
Nasa mga bata.
Nasa harap.
Nakapunta naman na si Chu doon, minsan lang. Minsan, nung may ginagawa silang sasakyan ni Kuya Amado yata, matagal na rin. Laging busy rin yun. Parang kailan lang? Dalawa. Pwede na sa amin dalawa lang. Dalawa. Pwede na sa amin dalawa. Umuwi ng February. Ang lamig. Umuwi ng February. Ang lamig. Kumakain kayo ng ganyan.
Abangan nyo yun dito. Follow nyo yun dito. Yung maganda. Yung call. Ito.
Kararating lang namin. Tinatamad ako kanina kasi yung panahon.
Ganda dyan.
Darating na lang namin kasi nga nung
Tabutan namin agad
umaraw.
yung Then dyan. Ay, tinanggalan nila.
Baka wala.
Maampo na lang, parang maampo na.
Kaya nga, di tayo nakakuha ng sombrero.
Wala lang ambon niya.
Nung
Because sa kanan.
kami
Pero kaya magparking kahapon.
Oo, sobrang dami kahapon.
Dito sa may carnival.
Carnival, may parihan dyan.
Wala. Ngangi. May pasok kasi.
Nakikot lang kami sabi namin, ay,
Yung mga rice
meron palang rice dito. Ngayon, dati.
Katawan. No.
Meron na ngayon.
Pala.
Lumasas ka na kagabi.
Sabi mo, say please.
Mas malamig
Ay, oo.
Kagabi,
Kada weather.
kagabi malamig na nga.
Mami, alam mo, ganyan balbas. Ganun ko, ilang araw, ilang taon ko ibubulin niya.
Naku po.
O, drone period.
Siguro mga 10 taon. Di ba no?
Depende siguro.
Ilang taon ko ibubulin niya. Mami niya.
Alagaan mo yan, bro.
Sabi nila, pag mahaba daw yung pasensya mo talaga na. Haba ng ganyan.
Para ka rin may bukunan talaga eh. Pag may
Eh,
ganyan
nawawala
ka.
na ako ng book dito, dito na lang papatuloy.
Doon na nga lang siya daw.
Parang yung katrabaho ko, dito na lang eh.
Dito
Oh.
na lang nga siya mag-aaral.
Lusog ka na unti dito, nilataan yata. Lumalamig na nga.
Kayo dyan ha.
Sige,
Araw na naman,
kami.
araw na naman. Sige.
Nice to see you again.
Yan, see you again nga.
Message na ulit. Oo nga. Puro work.
Ganun nga
Bye.
talaga, kailangan.
Akala nila ganun eh. Akala nung mga taga-Pinas eh. Alam lang nila. Nung nakapunta mami ko dito, sabi niya, ganito pala buhay dito.
Balik lang namin kaya. Namatay yung daddy ko.
Oo, sorry naman
February
sis.
11.
Yun naman yung pag-uwi ni mami.
Oo.
Pag-uwi ni mami ko yun, 11.
Dapat Friday pupuntan daddy ko.
Oh.
May tickets na siya.
Sad naman si sorry.
Talaga.
Talaga no. Kaya nga ako kaya sabi ko sa kanya
Habang
kahit
may
na
chance pa.
may alam
Iniisip
mo
ko na lang kung natuloy siya dito at dito nangyari.
mas mahirap. Mas mahirap sa inyo. Lahat. Lahat. Siguro talagang may awa pa rin ang Diyos kasi hindi niya kayo hinayaan niya. Totoo yun.
Ang dami ko na lahat na ng plan yan.
Oo. True.
Organize ko na
Kaya tignan mo yung sa akin kay mami na kahit nakita mo naman kami temporary pa lang kami pero inano ko si mother nga kasi 71 na rin. Kasi habang kaya.
Di ba mahirap? Wala naman. Noon ko pa yung pinapapunta
At least nakapunta
doon.
na. Hindi pa rin?
Hindi pa siya pa.
Ay, akala ko.
Dapat March 10 siya pupunta.
Ah.
Kahapon pa yun.
Sayang.
Talaga naman talaga.
Di bali? Yan talagang ano. Ayan.
Na din siya. So, ano na din kahapon.
Tapos alam mo ba si mami noon, nung bago, mga ilang buwan bago ko siya na ano, yung tuhod niya talaga. As in, kaya
Lang din yun. Alam mo, wala siyang ano, symptoms. Stage 4 cancer ka agad. Stage 4 cancer ka agad.
talaga.
bad.
Ayan.
Sila yung nag-perform kanina. Ginawa ko, tinitigan ko kasi ginagaya. Pag tinitigan mo sila, dapat di mo titignan.
Oo.
Parang serious ka lang, nanonood ka lang. Pag ginaya mo sila, gumaganyan siya. Tatakbo siya sa'yo. Talagang tututukan kayo sa mukha. Tawa rin yung mga tao. Sabi ko, kaya pala nakilala ka, no? Galing niya mag-perform.
Galing siya.
Sila yan dyan sa may ano, bukas
Magkano
ulit sila.
sila?
Wala lang aning bukas may work na naman.
Ay, tingnan mo, gumaganda na naman. Nakakain sa wedding na, gumaganda
Oo,
na naman.
Hindi sila takot sa ano eh, sa height. Ang galing. Ang taas eh, ang taas. Mataas pa sa puno. Ang galing naman. Talagang yung alam mo yung ano, yung bumabayok o gumabayok.
Hello.
Parang bakal
Oo,
siya.
galing.
Custom made yan, custom made.
Galing naman. Alang ganda sis.
Diyan mo na kayo, hindi naman pwede yan. Ilagay.
Wala pa akong
Kaya
ganyan.
kailangan
Dapat may indoor ka.
Indoor.
Masasayang.
Saka malag, kailangan
Meron kang kahit maliit na greenhouse.
Oo.
Nakabili.
May time na mag-alaga.
Oo, ako dati nakabili ako dalawa. Yun lang. Bumuhay naman, nandun naman siya. Kaya lang dadalawa lang
Wala kayo
talaga.
pumila. Pag pumila ka, abutin ka lang closing day yun.
Hindi na. Taga dito naman tayo. Oo. Sabi ko nga, pagbigyan mo na yung mga taga, hindi taga dito. Kawawa naman.
Papilahin mo.
Yan nga eh.
Nandyan lang naman yan. Oo.
Sabi ko nga sa susunod na lang tayo mag-ano.
Ako din eh. Ano sinabi namin kanina, ayaw mo na sila. Nandito lang naman tayo.
Yan nga. Ano yung matakas sa ano? Sige na.
Sige lang. Walang problema. Sige lang. Naku, andyan pa, meron pa kayong...
May survey pa kayo.
Pa-survey pa kayo.
Magsasurvey.
Sige lang, sis. Free drinking water. Ay, may free drinking water sila. Oh. Sana all.
Kaya mo, babalik ko ng mukha mo.
Magtingin ka dyan. Hintayin kita. Masakit na. Lang, ganda rin oh, mama. Be, ikot ka dyan, tignan ko lang to oh. Kawawa ka naman.
Intriga ko lang siya, intriga.
Wow. Ganda oh, mami. Nadati ka kumapa. Ay, tani nagpipintas am amin Begonia. Di mo kaya atong lang ka mo. Saka na lang kami pipila. Wala. Ang ganda oh, no?
May nakakit yung isa.
Meron ulit ako meron ulit ako nakuha. The sun goes down. Ayan siya. Tingnan natin. Sino naman yan? Baka si Kwan. Si Tim.
Timbon.
Oo.
Tim Burns. Si Tim Burns. Ang mukha niya sa Prince Harry.
Hmm.
Thank you all so much for joining me so late on this Sunday afternoon. It means a lot. If you don't know who I am, my name's Tim Bone. I'm a Ballarat boy, and I guess you may have seen me on the TV show MasterChef, where I was on season 11 in 2019, where I ended up making the semi-finals and coming fourth in that season.
Not bad.
And you know how much prize money fourth place got? Zero. But it was a fantastic experience. I got to meet a lot of my idols. Even got a kiss
Parang nga ito, muna tayo. Wala namang bayad dyan eh. Uupo ka lang.
Yes, I know. Don't tell my wife, no, she knows. And since MasterChef, I've started my own business, Tim's Toasties, where I'm Ballarat based, so I set up at local farmers
Ito lang tayo sa
markets
gilid.
and events like our beautiful Begonia
Kunin mo
Festival.
kaya dito.
And
Di
sell
mas
gourmet
maganda.
toasted sandwiches. And I've got a
Kung hindi
real
naman,
emphasis
may
on local
malamig nga
produce,
eh.
so I try and use as much local
Malante
produce
ka
made here in
Madigarukit
Ballarat that I
tsaka
can in my
eh.
toasties. But we're not doing toasties for this cooking demonstration. I'm going to cook pasta. And I love pasta. Hands up if you love pasta. I think pasta is just one of those comfort foods, whether any day of the week is good for pasta. But what I'm going to cook for you guys today is a gnocchi. I'm going to leave the gnocchi to the professional side using beautiful locally made gnocchi from Carboni's. So they're a magnificent Italian restaurant in town. And during COVID, they obviously, like the hospitality industry, went to smithereens, where everything went shut down, everything went to takeaway. So Carboni's was like, what can we do? So they pivoted, which was the word of the pandemic, and they set up Carboni's next door. So now they've got that drive-through on Eureka Street where you can go, you can get all their beautiful fresh pastas, their sauces, their delicatessen, and they also sell these at Wilson's. And a big shout out to Wilson's Fruit and Veg for supplying the beautiful ingredients you see before you today. So I'm going to make a potato gnocchi with chorizo. Now this chorizo is made from John Harbour Butcher, and it's probably the best chorizo I've ever tasted. So if you haven't been to Johnny Harbour's and tried his chorizo, go, well, not tomorrow, they'll be shut tomorrow, but go Tuesday and pick yourself up some. It's got a really great flavour. It's got a bit of a kick to it, so if you don't mind a bit of chilli, don't mind a bit of spice, try that out. It's amazing. And then we're going to mix it up. Now, selfless plug, I'm going to pair it with my Napoli sauce, which was a bit of my side hustle during the pandemic, because obviously toasters, everything was shut down, all the markets were shut down. So I started to jar up my pasta sauce. So now I sell this at a few shops here in Ballarat, and I sell it at my market stall as well. So I guess this is a bit of a one-stop shop. So I'm a freshness dinner on the table. You've already got your onion and garlic and fresh herbs and a little bit of chili in it. So it's almost, you could literally toss this through some beef mince, you'd have bolognese in 15 minutes. Great for a lasagna base or even a pizza base. So I'll have this, so I'm set up at the Robert Clark Centre, which is opposite the greenhouse, out the back of the little courtyard. I'm teamed up with Larry and Jim, so I'm selling my toasties. We're all pretty much sold out for today by the time we finish this, but we'll be back later, it's going to be tip top. I'd like to make a little they call it poor man's parmesans, but it's a pancrettato using breadcrumbs, and I'm going to put some fresh herbs and a bit of parmesan through that. So for my toasties, and I did a demonstration earlier where I made a toasty, and this is the bread that I use. So I use sourdough bread from 1816 Bakehouse on Armstrong Street. It's the most amazing sourdough, so if you haven't been, go and try it out. They do amazing pies and pastries as well. So what I want to do, I'm going to get my pan on the heat, just nice and low. Can you guys see this board from there? Yeah, lovely. So what I want to do is now you could do this in a food processor, but I'm just going to, just roughly with my knife, just chop up a couple of slices of our sourdough. Alright. So if anyone's got any questions throughout, want this to be really interactive, so feel free to shout anything out. Could be about toasties or pasta or MasterChef or anything at all. Alright, so just roughly chopping this up. Board slipping around. So this pancrettato, it's almost like it's going to be a crunchy crouton mix to sprinkle on top of our pasta, and it really adds a nice texture. Alright, lovely. So obviously if you put it in a food processor, you could go a lot finer than that, but I don't mind it a little bit chunky. Alright, now into our pan. This is locally made butter from Inglenook Dairy. We all know and love the milk, but some of you might not realise that they do butter and cream as well. So this is available from Wilson's, and it's gorgeous butter. So I'll cut off a nice sliver of that to go into our pan. And I just want to start frying these breadcrumbs off, getting them nice and crispy. Let's go a nice chunk of butter in there. Now just to help so that butter doesn't melt, I just want to add a little bit of olive oil as well. That'll just help to stop the butter from getting too hot and melting. Alright, get that melting down. Lovely. I can throw these in now. To the crumbs, I want to add 1 clove of garlic. So this is beautiful fresh garlic. Now I said in my earlier one, I've got an Italian mum, so I've always been taught if a recipe says 2 cloves of garlic, put 6. So, but we only probably need 1 for this because it's only one big bowl of food. Just love garlic. Alright, so we'll just smash this guy. Find that's the easiest way to peel it. You can go with garlic crusher, but I think this is the way to go. And just roughly chop that up. Our breadcrumbs croutons are doing their thing. Now I just want to hit this with that garlic clove. Just roughly chop. This is a real peasant's comfort food dish, guys, so it doesn't have to be too fine. We're just keeping it nice and rustic. Jamie Oliver's one of my heroes, so I love his style of cooking. And then I want to, let's get some fresh herbs in there, so some beautiful thyme. Alright, I'm literally just going to scrape some of that beautiful leaves off the top. Alright, that smell's going to hit you. I think I'm going to go with that extra butter that I thought I didn't need, but why not, it's Sunday. And then a little bit of fresh parsley. So these sort of crouton-y crumbs would be great in soups as well. Just imagine, just boost that real flavour on top of a risotto. Now for a hit of freshness, lemon zest. When in doubt, always hit it with a bit of lemon. It's just going to give it a little zing and really boost the flavour. Alright. And then I'm going to just cut off 1 cheek of the lemon and just hit that. There we go. A little bit of salt. So this is Olsen's sea salt flakes. Bit of good pinch of salt in there. And then I had some of this beautiful fresh parmesan from Wilson's. I'm just going to hit that too because that'll start to melt and get all nice and gooey. Alright. Give that a toss. Alright. That's coming along nicely. Now, where am I at? I'm just going to clean down a little bit and let that just get nice and crispy. Sorry, hello. Yeah. Hello. Oh, Wilson's is like a green grocer, fruit and veg, but they've really expanded in the last few years and they've really become a boutique. Like they've got an amazing deli. And they really support a lot of producers. Like they stock my pasta sauce and onion jam, and they're really a one-stop shop. They would be open today. They probably shut at 5 though. I'm not too sure. And they might be closed tomorrow. And they've got a store in Lucas, which is a suburb, and then a store in Mare Street, which is more in the CBD. Yeah, but definitely check them out. Lovely. Alright, so they're coming along nicely. I'm just going to let them do their thing. Now in our other pot, now we're going to get frying on our chorizo. Alright. So a little bit of olive oil into our other pan. We'll go with our beautiful John Harbour chorizo. I might just wait for that to warm up a little bit. That. Hello. I don't think so. I do it. Yeah, I think that's fine. Question was, can you put olive oil onto a Teflon coating? Will it affect the coating? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything, but I do it. Yeah. All right. So they're getting quite crunchy. Our wok's heating up, so I'm going to go in with our chorizo. You'll start to smell this, guys, and it'll be amazing. So I just want to give that a nice fry till it gets a little bit crispy. Yeah, so this gnocchi, and what I'm going to do, normally with a gnocchi you would boil it in some water like you cook in normal pasta, and when the gnocchi floats you know that it's cooked. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan fry the gnocchi in butter again until, so I like when you get that pan fried gnocchi, you get those little, it starts to get a little bit brown and you get that little bit of crunch to it. It's so much nicer than just boiled gnocchi where it gets a bit heavy, a bit gluggy. So I much prefer a pan fried gnocchi. So you don't actually need any boiling water at all. Oh, I'm starting to smell that chorizo. You can see that's getting nice and caramelised and crispy, which is what we want. I've got my plate here. So this happens pretty quickly. Like if you were cooking this at home and you weren't doing a demonstration and talking through the whole thing, you could get this done in probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Oh yeah. Stop it. Makes me excited on a Sunday afternoon. Alright. So you can see that's getting some nice colour on it now. Can you guys smell that from here? It's unbelievable. I use this chorizo a lot in my toasties. I do a lot of Spanish themed ones. I do the Antonio Banderas, so chicken, like Spanish spiced chicken and chorizo. Alright. Men aren't really good at multitasking, so to have two pans going is arduous task. How was Jerry before? I love Gardening Australia, and he's got such a wealth of knowledge. And did anyone catch Mark Olive earlier as well? I'm such a fan of his, he's amazing. Alright. We are looking good. I am enjoying where those crumbs are at. So what I'm going to do
Kalamig-lamig, nag-ice cream
Just gonna
sila.
get
Dito ako
those
ng
out.
bata.
Kalamig-lamig, nag-ice cream sila.
Ice cream marin ako sa bahay.
Now what I want to do is
Bango,
make a
ano naman
little,
ito?
like I could just grate parmesan on top and that's great, but for today I thought I'll try something a little bit different. I want to make a parmesan crisp sort of disc. So all I'm going to do, now I haven't done this for a while, so we're gonna get through this together and see if we can make it work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down as low as it goes. That's not very low. I'll just move that for a sec. Okay, our chorizo is cooked. I'm just going to take that out for a sec. Okay, beautiful. That can go back on the pan now. And what I want to do, a bit more olive oil. Now I want some of that, I wanted some of that oil that came from the chorizo. So get some of that back in there because that is pure flavour. Then a bit more, another nice knob of our butter because we're going to fry the chorizo, fry the gnocchi in here now. Alright, we'll wait for that to melt a little bit. And while I'm doing that, I might just take that off the heat. And I'm just going to grate parmesan straight into the pan. I know I'm nervous too. Non-stick pan, obviously. Otherwise you make a right mess. Alright. Then I just want to cook that. Until it gets nice and crispy. Okay. Our wok, our butter and our oil is starting to, see how that's starting to brown? So I'm almost going for that little bit of a burnt butter taste. Let's go in with our gnocchi. So a whole pack of Carboni's potato gnocchi, available from Wilson's. And we'll just start to toss that around. I'll keep an eye on our parmesan crisp. When that starts to brown, essentially what I want to do is trying to be able to lift this out so it'll become a nice centerpiece to go on top of our pasta. Super easy. You could just do this in the oven too. If you grated some parmesan on a line baking tray, bake it in the oven until it gets nice and golden. It's a nice way to impress your family or friends because they'll be like, how did you do that? But it's so easy. You can see that starting to brown now. Keep an eye on it because I don't want to burn it. And our gnocchi's starting to brown up nicely. Let that go, do its thing. Get a little spatula and start to see how we go. Not quite there yet. Almost. Gnocchi's doing okay. Alright. Okay, that didn't really work as I'd
Papatong na
hoped.
lang yung juice na.
The joys of live cooking, everyone. More cheese probably, yeah, and I think the heat might have been a bit high, but I'll have that as a snack for later on. But it was worth a try. And that goes to show, guys, because what you guys see on Instagram and what you see on cooking shows, you need to understand that there's lots of editing that goes on, and not everything works the first time, okay?
Exactly.
So I might just let that go for a sec and concentrate on my gnocchi, but that's still going. Okay, so you can see that's starting to get some nice crispy bits on there. So you just know that's going to be so much better than just boiled gnocchi. Just the flavour on that. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with our
Siguro nandito
chorizo.
siya kanina, no?
So
Ano
get
yung
that
hanap
all
niya?
back in.
Nasa kanya naman yung phone niya.
Oh yeah. And some of that oil again. Now we just want to gently toss that because I don't want to break up the gnocchi too much. Just get that around. Okay, so that's browned up nicely. That one's off.
Hinahanap ng matanda, kawawa naman.
Now I want to go in with one of my jars of pasta sauce.
Ano ko sa cellphone? Tignan ko lang.
I can get it open.
Nilulubat na
we
yun.
go in. See, nice and thick. Lovely. See, this style of cooking just makes me so happy. And I think that was one thing on MasterChef. I was never the most fancy cook. My style of cooking is just big flavours and just getting as much out of your ingredients as you can. Simple cooking, but done well, and just big flavours. So all we're doing now is just heating that through. Doesn't need much. Alright. Now that is pretty much done. Let me just get a little tea towel. Alright. Lovely. So that's ready to serve. Now what I want to do, oh, look at my poor little parmesan dish. Oh, that's fantastic. I think I've just created a parmesan chip. Alright, that's great. So let's think about plating up now. I think this is my plate to plate up, so I might just move this over here. And then we'll wipe our plate. Okay. I'll get this out of the way. So the season of MasterChef I was on 2019. So I was on the last season with Matt, George and Gary, the original judges. And George always used to hammer into me because I was, at the start of the season, I was a very messy cook, and I'm not doing myself any favours today. But he always told me, keep your bench clean, because if you cook clean, you'll find your food will be a lot cleaner. If you are cooking on a messy bench, then your head's going to be messy, then your food's going to be messy. So, and I still live by that even to this day. And if I'm just cooking for my son and my wife, I find if I've got dishes everywhere and ingredients everywhere, but now I try, if I'm finished with something, it goes away. I'm constantly wiping down the bench. And if you don't have to be a professional cook to take that tip, it just makes such a difference just to try and stay clean. You'll find your food will improve out of sight. Alright, so I'll take George's advice and just wipe down a nice clean plate. Up in here. Okay, now literally just going, let's have family style, one big plate of pasta. Alright, just like Nonna used to make. And then we'll get some of our beautiful crispy crumbs. So you can hear the crunch, and just sprinkle that over. So I envision this at a dinner party, just sitting this in the front of the table, and people just get stuck in, have some bread, a nice glass of red wine is what you need with this, and you'd be a happy person. All right. Now, because my parmesan crisp didn't work, do I have any left? Yeah, I've got a little bit here. So now, let's just hit that with some fresh parmesan. Okay. And then I just want to. Oh, I found some more parmesan. You can never have enough. I run a toasty business. So I'm obsessed with cheese. Alright, get that on there. Then a little bit of freshness to finish it off. So a little bit more of that beautiful parsley,
Parsley pala.
just roughly chopped.
Garnish.
Good sprinkle of that on there. Now I've got some beautiful basilio, some basil. All right, so all I want to do is just roughly chop a
Kasi
few of
nagalagay
those
ng
basil leaves,
towel dun sa board na gumagalaw.
because you can't have pasta, especially
Sala.
not tomato
Sala,
pasta,
gumagalaw.
without
Kanina
basil.
pa yan.
It's right there.
Ice cream na tayo para
A
mag-inom.
little bit more of our lemon
Zest.
zest just to punch through that bit of freshness again, because it's quite heavy with the chorizo and the tomato, so just that little bit of lemon zest would just help to brighten it up a touch. Final bit of seasoning.
Ano ito mas? Same.
There we go, guys. This is my tomato-based gnocchi with John Harbour chorizo. Now that would probably feed 6 people. I mean, that's a fair plate of food, and I'm sure I'll try and get some little sample forks for anyone to have a little taste down at the end, because you've got to try some of that chorizo and some of that beautiful local gnocchi. So thanks so much, guys. I mean, it just means so much to me to have you here on the Sunday afternoon. I'm just a Ballarat boy who went on a TV show and just had a dream to make toasters for a living. So to be standing up here is just beyond my wildest dreams. And Tim's Toasties would be nothing without the support of the Ballarat community. So to have you all turn up week in, week out for one of my toasties and the support's lovely. So thank you all so much. If you don't already follow me on Facebook, I always put up where I'm going to be that weekend, because I'm a mobile business, and I always change my menu to try and keep it fresh, and always doing different pop-ups around town. You never know with boss, so let's get Tim in to get into his toast for us, because they're good fun as well. But if anyone's got any questions, feel free to fire them up. I know we're probably all a bit knackered at the end of the day, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you've got. Otherwise, yeah, thank you all so much. Was there anyone have any questions? Yep, hello again. Ooh, the best cheese for toasted sandwiches. Depends what one you're doing. I do a 4 cheese, like I call it cheesy like Sunday morning, which is my classic 4 cheese toasty. So that's mozzarella, cheddar, American cheese, which is almost that orange looking one that they use on burgers, like a burger cheese, and Parmesan. And so that blend is my perfect blend for a cheese, because then you get that really stretchy cheese. But then I use a lot of Meredith goat's cheese just down the road. I'm obsessed with it. I use that in a lot of my toasties. And then I also love using camembert or brie in a toasty. Like I do one called like lettuce brie, or a Thanksgiving toasty with turkey
Yung mga
and
puti sa
brie and
labas,
cranberry
brie.
sauce and rocket. I just love that combination. That's one of my favourites. So, and I love that camembert as well. We've got a local cheesemaker here in Ballarat, Goldfields cheese. You might know, but they're right here in Ballarat. You can buy their. Excellent. Any other questions? Instead of using chorizo or even chicken, some chicken thighs you could fry off would be really lovely as well. Yeah.
Nag-uwi na sila.
Hello. Big loud voice. Yeah. So Wilson's is the shop, but that local the Goldfields cheese that they sell at Wilson's. If you looked up Goldfields cheese Ballarat, they'll probably have all their stockists on there. I'm sure they would sell it in Melbourne as well. They're getting pretty big. And the butter, you might only be able to get that locally. I'm not too sure. I think they're still mainly working around Ballarat. I don't know. Other people might know better than. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you look up Ingle Nook, if you're not sure how to spell it, come up and see me at the end. But yeah, Lovely. Awesome.
Yung bata.
Any other questions?
Yung bata.
G'day, mate.
I'll run around with the microphone.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yun. Dapat talila pa.
Thanks, Mr. Fowler. Favourite place to eat in Ballarat?
Ooh.
Besides Tim's Toasties?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sick of my
Eureka daw,
toasties.
eureka.
No. My go-to, I don't get out much very often because I've got a little toddler, but our go-to is probably Moon and Mountain. We do love that, and that's because I love my Thai food. We've been to Thailand a couple of times, and they put a really modern spin on it, which is good. Where else do we love? Even to take Toby on a Sunday afternoon, we've been going to Hot Temple a little bit because they're doing their like smoked meats. They've got that big smoker now, so you can
Smoke
get
Hot Temple,
like
parang meat.
brisket and different stuff that they do
Yung
on their smokers. So
Gusto ko yung
on
Hot
a Sunday
Temple. Ayoko na ng
afternoon,
mga
that's where we
tay-tay.
like
Gusto ko
to
yung
go,
meat.
and they do live music on a Sunday afternoon, so Toby can have a bit of a dance
Toby.
and stuff. But yeah, we love Moon and Mountain's probably our favourite. But then also the Forge wood-fired pizzas, like we just love those pizzas so much. I think they're set up over, I can see them over there now, but yeah, the good Forge wood-fired pizza is also a go-to. Yeah, great question.
Dahil para dito, no?
What about you guys?
Yung nasa.
Oh, nice. Have you been to Moon and Mountain yet? Nah, check it out.
Yung bata ang question.
Yeah, it gets pretty hectic at my stall. I mean, and that just goes to the credit of the support that I get. I think we sold 450 toasties yesterday, and in 3 hours this morning we sold 350, and I'd sold out by the time I did my. So we had to furiously go home and get reinforcements. So
Kung 10
yeah,
isa,
it's
di
good.
magkano yan?
But we're back tomorrow. We'll have another few hundred to sell tomorrow. So good on you guys. Thanks for visiting. Yeah, so we'll be back from 10 o'clock tomorrow. And we're set up in the Robert Clark Centre, and you can teamed up with Kildigan Distillery, so you can grab a cheeky gin while you're in there. And they've got beer and cider as well, and it's a bit of a haven away from the hustle and bustle of the festival. Though it's looking pretty calm now. So back again tomorrow for the parade. All right, fantastic guys. Well, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to have a little taste, come out. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Tim Bone. And thank you all for coming out tonight.
Oh, hello, Luke. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Hannah.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, what do we have on tomorrow? We've got a stacked day. We've got the iconic parade just around the lake, so get excited for that. But here on the main stage after that, we've got plenty more interesting talks, and we also have some pretty incredible music acts to look forward to. So bring your little dance and shoes tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely rest of the day, and thanks a lot for coming for day 2 of the Begonia Festival.
Bye.
Yung boses ng pangboy. Ay, maraming nagtitik oh. Kung itatapon mo yung sablay. Ayun o. Ano? May spatter doon. Nakikita mo kung ano yung pinapon mo. Gusto mo tikman?
Nakauma. Sko.
Para matikman mo naman yung market. Para lang istorya naman.
Ang ano kaya mo?
Wala ka yan.
Nandiyan eh.
Saan?
Ka.
Gusto magpapicture kay Timbon? Ha?
Kira lang.
Picture ka. Yan na, umatakin na. Umatakin yung maraming ibon. Narinig mo? Maraming kakato. Yan na sila.
Hello, migrating. Charot. Dito pa tayo nagpunta dyan, oh. Tingnan natin yung pagkain, eh. Hello.
Kakap o. Timber. Kadang kapicture tayo kay Timber. Maganda. Picture ang kita kay Timber. Huli kang matanda na. Hindi na rin yung pagtatapunan.
I assume that probably.
Timber. Kunin mo yung mga pinagkunan mo doon, oh. Sabi mo may alagat ang pusa. Manok. Tingnan mo kung masarap ang luto ng timbong. Ubus mo yun, oh, bago ka makarating. Para gusto ko ba alat?
Naiihi na naman ako.
Ano masarap nga na pagkain?
Mainit.
Shabu-shabu. Wala ka ng karne. Ay, kinuha niya na lahat, eh. Isang plato, eh. Yung nakapila pa sa likod niya, eh.
Kutsarahan na lang nila.
Christmas.
Ikaw ko sana.